And again, the recordings will be posted on our YouTube channel or our YouTube page to make sure that, or so that in the event you miss class or you need to review something, you will have access. So I'm going to share my screen with you as we do what we do. All right. So first, all right. So, ladies, the course is applied math, and you will. This is our Zoom room for the entire term 2, which runs from November the 16th, 2020 to January the 22nd, 2021. So the lesson today is called Groundwork, and our objective is to assess the prior understanding of students or the concepts that we're going to use in this unit. So we are just, the two things that we are going to do today are just, again, preparing us for what is to come. I want to see what you remember because it'll help me understand where I have to go. So our agenda for today, we are going to start with community meeting as usual. Then we will do a warm up on measures of central tendency. Then we will finish with a review of categorical and quantitative data. And again, remember, this is just laying the groundwork. I want to see what you remember. Okay. So our community meeting question. What is something that you really like about yourself? Again, the community meeting question. What is something that you really like about yourself? And of course, you know that I will also look in the chat if you want to chat me privately, or you can just say it out. It's just the four of us. We can have girl talk for the moment. So I'm going to take down the question so that I can see the chat. Let me see. Oh, okay. All right, blue eyes. Okay. Blue eyes and attitude. I'm near. Okay. So have tell me something that you really like about yourself. For me, I like the fact that I am patient. I think that patience goes a long way. So I really like that about myself. Let me see what have is. Hey, what you got? You still with us? Something that you really like about yourself? Okay. And remember, there can be more than one thing that you really like about yourself. And I pose this question because we have to remember that the way we feel about ourselves is what we project out to the world. So if you have a good, a good feeling about you, then you want to project that out to the world. And in return, you'll draw those people to you, so your energy attracts the same energy kind of thing. So, yep, always find something good about yourself, you know, and sometimes you have to be your own cheerleader. And again, it's nothing wrong with that. People may say you conceited or you self-centered. Nope, you just love yourself, and that's all right. That is okay. So, if anybody has anything else that they want to contribute to this topic, you can contribute it at this time. Okay. All right. So otherwise, let's move it right along. So, housekeeping. Everybody who is here has entered the class. You've entered the enrollment code for this class in Summit. You should have entered BE6163FB. If you have not, please write it down on your paper. And I'm going to need you to enroll in the class. Although we are not going to be using Summit today, we probably will be using it in next week. So, again, please write down the code for applied math, BE6163FB. And at some point, make sure that you enroll in the class, because I have given assignments, but we just haven't done them yet. Okay. So, everybody good? All right. So, on to the warm up. So, I would like you to find the mean, the mode, the median, and the range for the following sets of data. So you see there are 3 sets, which is why I suggested that you might want to use your calculator. But there are 3 sets of data. I have 937. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. We are, good morning. Welcome, welcome. I am coming back to you to see what darlings have just joined us. I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. Oh, I was coming to see. Okay, so I'll go back to what I was doing.
I like being called darling.
All right, so, for our warm up, again, I would like you all to find the mean, the mode, the median, and the range of the following sets of data. There are 3. And again, I suggested the calculator because I went to my old faithful. There will be some decimals because life is not in whole parts. So I have 938. Let us check back in at 950. And I will be looking for some conversation, ladies. So again, let's do what we do. And remember, this is the groundwork. So don't panic. We just laying the groundwork for what is to come. Let's see if I can split my screen. I can't. Okay. All right, so I am going to write the data set up here so that you might see it. So I wrote it on the good board, but we will come back to the PowerPoint because what happened? Oh, okay, so all right, we got a couple more minutes. Let's see what we do. Oh, wait. Everybody okay? Ladies? Uh-oh.
We'll be right back, Ms. Hickson. Thank you.
Oh, okay. All right, ladies, since it's just the four of us, we're gonna talk, okay? So I would like you to. I would like you to tell me your answers verbally. It's just us. So nothing heavy. So in about 5 minutes, ladies, I want to have some good math conversation. Oh, all right. I'm gonna put them back up. I'm gonna share them. You are wait a minute. You are finding the mean, mode, median, and range of those three sets of data. And I wrote it up on the board just in case somebody had a question, because I can't see your chat and share my screen at the same time. But we are going to again do our answers on in the PowerPoint. Hello. Let's see who
Miss
joined.
Hicks.
Hey, Ike, what's up, boo? How you? I'm glad you're here. What's happening, Ike?
Chilling.
All right, my man. All right, so Ike, what we doing right now is we are doing a warm up to this week's or today, should I say, today's lesson is just laying the groundwork for what we're going to do for the rest of the term. So we are about to do the mean, mode, median, and range of the following sets of data. So we have the 3 sets of data that are on the screen. If you're on your computer, you can see them. If you are on the telephone, then the first set of data is 4478534. Again, if you're on your telephone, the first set of data is 4478534. And again, we are finding the mean, the mode, the median, and the range of that data set. The second set of data is 160, 100, 150, 125, 125, 150, 114. Again, the second set of data is 160, 100, 150, 125, 125, 150, 114. And the third set is my favorite, decimals. So in the third set, you have 372 thousandths, 366 thousandths, 362 thousandths, 333 thousandths, and 327 thousandths. Okay, again, for the people who might be on their phone, the last data set is 372 thousandths. You hear that THS on the end. 366 thousandths, 362 thousandths, 333 thousandths, and 327 thousandths. So we are going to, did I lose somebody? Hey, Samaj, what's up, boo? How are you? Thank you for joining us. We are going to do mean, mode, and median. That is our warm up, and we are going to do it now. So that's good timing. Okay, so again, in finding the mean, mode, median, and the range, let's look at it. So now, would anybody like to volunteer their answers, the 4 answers for number 1? Tell me the mean first, and if you type it in the chat, I'll look there. I would like the mean first, then the mode, then the median, and then the range. Okay, so if you type it in the chat, I would like you to write the mean first. The next number is the mode, followed by the median, and lastly, the range. Okay, and those who might still be working, keep working.
I can just put it in the chat.
Yes.
Okay.
You can just put it in the chat. What you got, baby? What you got? What you got? Oh. Let's see if I got something new in the chat. And everybody else, keep working. Keep working, and I'm gonna back up a slide. Okay. Let me see what you got.
Let me see.
Yes. Yes. Yep. What's the range, boo? Yes. All right, so the first answers, the mean is 5. The mode is 4. The median is 4. And the range is 5. And what did you have to do before you even started determining any of those measures? What did you have to do with the data?
Put it in numerical order.
My man, yes. Put it in numerical order. All right, so what about number 2? Again, if you are putting your answers in the chat, mean, mode, median, then range. Otherwise, you can just tell me if anybody wants to volunteer. So you can already see from the solutions that I have put the numbers in numerical order. Yes. All right, I'm gonna check the chat. See what we got. Anybody chat me? Nope. Okay. We've already finished the first one. Anybody have something for number 2? Let me check the chat. I was lunching for a minute. All right, nobody's chatting me. Somebody want to talk to me? What's up?
I typed in the chat.
Oh, you put it in the chat? My man. All right. See, I don't see that in the chat. Oh, okay. All right. I have a median of 125. I have a mean of 110. And I have the mean. Now, I have a question on that mode. Is the mode or and?
Wait, it could be two modes.
Yes, it can.
Oh, then there's 125 and 150
Yes, exactly. Now, but I'm begging to differ on that mean.
on the mean.
Yeah.
Wait,
Somebody else tell me what did somebody else get for the mean?
100 plus 114 plus 125.
What was your total?
Plus 150 plus 150. Oh, I forgot the 160. I forgot to add that.
Oh, all right. Okay. So add it and tighten it up.
All right.
And what was your range?
All right, it's 132. I did
Okay.
find it.
And what was your range?
I ain't find it yet.
Oh. Anybody else want to help them? What's the range?
60.
All day. Bam. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, there can be two modes. It could be, well, let's say this, there can be more than one. Okay. But yes, so the mean was 132. There were two modes, 125 and 150. There was a median of 125 and a range of 60. Yep, exactly. So, number 3, gotta break out the decimals. Love them. So now, somebody talk to me. Mean, mode, median, and the range. Oh. You told me you're supposed to answer. And I hit that by mistake.
Well, I was gonna say that the because it don't have no repeating numbers, so the mode is none.
Exactly. Yes. The mode is none because there are no repeating. Absolutely.
The median is 0.362.
Okay. What about the mean?
I gotta add them.
And did anybody get the range? You know, we can work together. It's only a couple of us.
The mean is 0.352.
And what about the range?
Is minus or plus when you find in the range?
Subtract. Good morning. Hello.
It's 0.045.
Okay. All right. So now, ladies and gents, and y'all know I'm trying to get us in the habit. You know, we're gonna talk the language of math. But yes, Isaac is correct. So the mean is 352. Remember, let's go over tenths, hundredths, thousandths, THS on the end. So the mean is 352 thousandths. There is no mode, as he said. There are no repeating. The median is 362 thousandths. And the range is 45 thousandths. So again, you all did Oh, thank you, darlings. So I know that we don't necessarily have to concentrate as much time on mean, mode, median, and range because you all have a good handle on that. And that's a good thing. So now, all of those together, minus the range, are called measures of central tendency. Okay? So first things first, remember to put the numbers in numerical order, and you all remembered that. And then the mean, remember, that's just the average. You are going to add up all of the data and divide by the number of terms. The mode is the number that appears, or the term that appears most often. The median is the term in the middle. But if there is an even number of elements, we know that we add the middle 2 and divide by 2. And although it is not a measure of central tendency, it helps us, or it relates to the spread of the data. We also found the range, and the range is the difference between the highest and lowest terms. So again, you all did well on that, but again, remember, collectively, they may be called measures of center, measures of central tendency, but when you hear that term, remember, they are simply talking about the mean, the mode, and the median of the data set. Everybody good on that? And like I said, you all did well on that warm up, so that's a good thing. So now, here's where our note-taking begins. So, the topics that we're going to discuss during this term are going to be data, and the data is classified as categorical data or quantitative data. And then we will talk about how to model the data using different representations. And the 3 representations in this unit are histograms, dot plots, and box plots. And box plots, you may remember, are also called box and whiskers. So those are the things that we are going to discuss. And today we are going to start with data. So here is where your note-taking begins. Again, please have a notepad, a section of a book or something to write some notes in so that you will have a point of reference. Okay? So, I have 10:05. I'm going to give anyone who does not have paper and pencil, I'm going to give you a minute to get it, and I will put up the first slide. So I'm going to give you, I have 10:05, I'm going to give you till 10:08. That's about 3 minutes. And those of you who have paper and pencil, you can summarize what you see on the screen. Okie dokie. All right, so let's rock and roll. All right, so in our discussion we will be talking about, like I said, two different types of data. Categorical data is the first type. So now, categorical sounds like what word that we already know?
Category.
Absolutely. Therefore,
Category.
absolutely, yes. So therefore, categorical data is information that can be divided into groups. Okay? Categories, yes, makes sense. I keep telling y'all, math is so logical. I love it. So now, in categorical data, we have two types. Nominal data is descriptive. And those are like questions on a general survey, the highest level of education, gender, or household income. Because again, those are ways that we can group people by description. And then we also have ordinal categorical data. And that is, data that has a set order or like a range, like a customer service a customer satisfaction survey. You know, they give you a range, or like our little picture. That's like when you go to the doctor, how you feeling today? And then you have a range from 0 or from 1 to 5. 1 being not so good, 5 being excellent. And, or how severe is your pain? You know, when you go to the doctor and you say, my shoulder's hurting, they give you that little card, and the card has the 10 little faces, and you are to pick what describes your pain. Or like how satisfied were you with your service? So again, under categorical data, which is data or information that can be divided into groups, we have two types. Nominal, which is descriptive things, or ordinal, things that have a set order or a range. So again, I want you to summarize what you see on the screen. What is categorical data and the two types? Put it in your notes so that you will have a point of reference. Does everybody have what they need? Can we move to the next type of data? Okay. And the second type of data is quantitative data. And again, what word do we see in quantitative that we already know?
Quantity.
That's what I'm talking about, because quantitative data is information that can be measured. So again, in quantitative data, there are two types that we will be discussing. It is either discrete quantitative data, and that's things that can be counted with whole numbers. So those are things like the number of students in the class, a person's age, or the number of days in the week. Okay, there are 15 people for us, there are 6 people in the class. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's discrete data. And then we have continuous quantitative data. And continuous quantitative data can be broken down into smaller parts or smaller pieces. So those are things like your GPA, because while yes, you can have a 3.0, you can also have a 2.7. You can also have a 2.39. Your height. You can, yes, be 5 feet, but you can also be 5 feet 3 1/4, 6 feet 2 1/2. And the same for your weight. You can weigh 105 pounds and 3 ounces. Okay? So, discrete quantitative data can be counted in its whole numbers, whereas continuous quantitative data can be broken down into smaller pieces. And they are both numeric, and the key is quantitative. Sounds like quantity. So again, synthesize the notes. What is quantitative data and what are the two types? And if you want to, give yourself, you can write everything. If not, just give yourself a couple cues so that when you look back at it, you'll be like, oh, okay, I got this. I got it.
Wait, Miss Hicks, do we have a summit class yet?
Yes, you need the code.
Yeah, I need the
Okay.
code. I think.
Okay, I'll give you the code before we close.
All right. Thank you.
All right, sure, definitely. All right, so everybody finished what their summary of quantitative data is? Okay. All right, so now, I gotta say, bam, quantitative or categorical. So now we are going to look at these 7 things and determine if the question will lead us to quantitative data or categorical. And of course, I'm going to ask you what type. So I hope you took some notes. If you need me to go back, I will.
Yes, I was great to ask that.
Okay. Now, you all know I don't ask you something without expecting something back. So you want me to go back? You want me to go back to categorical?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I sure will.
All right, you can move on. Thank you.
All right. Oh, and here's quantitative.
I got that one.
Everybody good on both slides? Okay. So now, the first question, and we will probably, whatever we don't get to today, we will definitely open up with on Monday. All right, so the first question, how do you rate the dessert served tonight? First, is it quantitative or categorical?
Categorical.
And is it ordinal or nominal? Ordinal. Yes, it is ordinal because the response to those questions can be very good, good, fair, or poor. So yes, it is ordinal categorical data. What about the second one? The height of each person in the class. Categorical or quantitative?
Quantitative.
Is it continuous or discrete?
Discrete.
Discrete. So that means that I cannot claim my other 9 3/4 inches. I just got to stay with the 5 feet.
Oh, the height. Oh, I thought it said each person in the class. Oh, yeah. Then it's the other one.
Right. It is continuous. Right. Because again, people can be 5'3" 1/2. They can be 5'7" 3/4. So yes, the second one would be quantitative. It will be continuous quantitative data. Okay, now our time is winding down. So we will look at numbers 3 through 7 as our warm up for Monday. Again, remember tonight from 5:30 to 6:30, we have report card night. So if you or your parents are not busy, please stop by. And I will talk to you all later. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop recording.